Hello, hello, my beloved, beautiful women of the world. My name is Dr. Angelika Christie, your host of the show, Your Radiant Life Over 45. It's a show for women, mature women, who want more from life, who are not done living yet. We speak about health, relationships, your meaning, what life means to you, how to create the best life to yourself in a healthy body with a brilliant and expanded mind, how you create your inner peace, and so much more. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to discuss something rather amazing and big today. Something that I have spoken about earlier. I don't remember when, but I know that we have to hear certain things more than once, right? And here I start with making this statement. You, yes, you are the pinnacle of evolution. You are the pinnacle of incredible intelligence, beauty, and self-organizing capability. The unspoken and unimaginable capacity and possibility of your unique self that has gathered around a particular purpose with which you came into this lifetime. Yes, right, this lifetime. And that purpose had to attract and organize itself and connect itself to the unique gift that you have, that you brought with you, that the divine gave you, that your soul gave you, is embedded, is coded into each and every cell of this beautiful, amazing body temple of yours. And that gift, that unique gift, is yours and only yours. Nobody else could ever express it because it exists only in you. When you really think about it, it has never, what you have now, your very existence in this physical body, has never existed before, not in a million years, ever, ever before, and will never be exactly in this particular expression as you are now, exist again in the next million years and thereafter. That's kind of profound, don't you think so? So could you ever really feel that you're not enough, that you're not special, that maybe you don't matter? Do you understand? But by the end of my discussion with you today, presentation, or what I share with you today, because when I write these things and they are profound, I put them in a place where I can revisit them now and then, because me too, I also must revisit these profound realizations, because we are so distracted and we forget so easily. So nobody really could ever express you because it exists only in you. Everything, every thought, every creative, whatever you do, your very being only exists in this lifetime as you. And nobody could ever represent it in the future, not you, because you cannot be replicated. It is yours and yours alone. So what is it? I mean, isn't that really the greatest miracle in the universe? So let me try to explain it in another way. Your life, your existence, is the unique blueprint of your life as expressed by your original self, And that original self is that which cannot be destroyed, which has taken this physical body to express itself in this particular way with the gifts that you came in this lifetime. And other lifetimes, your gifts may be different, but your essence, you really are, your original self has always been, since it was created, and will go on in different lives, in different bodies, through eternity. It's profound, I know. And maybe you don't believe it, and that's not a problem. But, and yet, maybe because you hear it now, you are with me right now, you hear this now, could you open your mind, your heart, especially your heart, because your soul is already in you, your soul knows this, but could you maybe extend your mind and open your heart to allow the possibility that this could be true? Yet we are so predestined with, when we come through our mother, through our parents, into this lifetime, that I don't want to say it totally decides what our lifetime, what our experience will be, but we are, and you have chosen to come through your parents into this lifetime for a particular lesson and purpose. But you came in it with all of your gifts. And yet, with the seal of forgetting in each lifetime, that to forget who we really are, our original self, we lose that knowledge of our original self. Some come in this modern lifetime and have an inkling or a just a feeling, a gut feeling, or a soul feeling, or a heart feeling, and they search to rediscover this, right? So some are searching for this all of their life. If we live in the awareness of who we are and what our gift is, and keep it locked away in our hearts without ever really discovering and developing and expressing it, we keep on searching, and many of us may give up and always feel that void, never really totally getting it or understanding it. And maybe we cannot even be fully fulfilled and happy without that realization that we are eternal, that you are your original self, no matter what's going on in the world, and that you are immortal. Your original self, the spirit, the frequency, how I opened this our discussion today. Do you remember? I'm going to repeat it again at the end of our discussion. Because we have forgotten who we really are. We do not live this outrageously beautiful life we are meant to live. Some do, but only few. We must express this incredible natural beauty that we are and share this unimaginably horrifying pain and suffering that is the human condition all together within this awesome beauty, outrageous pain, outrageous love, outrageous happiness, outrageous suffering, incredible awareness that nothing is ever in vain. You and I have that creative power that can be used to change things or to bring more good into this world. It can also be used for evil. And we see a lot of that in our world today, don't we? So awareness and clarity are so important today, because we must eradicate the temptation to misuse our capabilities, that awesome power that we have. We must channel that outrageous power to create, unify, and even lead movements that further uplifts our evolution positively, rather than destroying ourselves. And I don't want to be negative, and yet you may know it and see it, but hoping maybe it's not going to happen. But we are on a path of self-destruction. The earth is suffering right now. More and more, this content, I mean, I don't want to say hatred, even though hate is a strong emotion that is breaking through right now a lot, because so many people are misguided and turned against each other in their belief systems, in their judgment, judging so much. And it brings such suffering. It seems to become more and more visible in this increasing cases of suicide also. Taking your own life is an incredible and outrageous power over life, your own. And sometimes, and sadly, also over somebody else's. That's when killings and, atrocities happen. For us women, the greatest miracle is bringing life forth, and for a man to initiate and seed it. So we are very complex, yet very powerful beings. And without us, without this dance between male and female, there would not be a humanity. Never forget that. So it is the most powerful connection, male and female. The polarities, positive and negative, without a judgment. But you know it in electricity, right? There are polarities that attract each other. And here is what makes you so unique. You have been born and survived. You have been born, and since you're here with me, you not only have survived, but you survived long before this entire evolution up to this point. Your ancestors, and all the way back hundreds of thousands and million years, have survived for your life to be possible in this lifetime today. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here now, right? We have not been nullified by change, by horrific change, like so many species. And it is going on. For example, the dinosaurs and many other species throughout time were distinct and are continuously becoming extinct, even in our present time, and will be in the future. So what a gift to be alive. We are not only survivors as a life form on this planet, but have become capable of manifesting and creating beyond our wildest imagination. So we have godlike qualities. We have been created by the Creator in his and her. There is no male or female there, in the image of the divine, the God of all the universe. That intelligence and highly sophisticated capability can create heaven or hell on earth. And unlike Dante's Inferno of religious beliefs, like a place of eternal fire, it exists right here on our planet, in the unfathomable condition of so many conditions, like hunger, cruelty of war, slavery. You know, and you almost see it displayed. And we all know about it because of the internet. We know what's going on in the world, every corner of the world, because of the internet. The environment of our pain, of our negativity and incapability to live a life of meaning and deliberate purpose shows up in our daily experience. We are searching for it, we long for it, but then we are so manipulated and distracted, so that many of us have just shut down and tuned out because it feels too heavy. And too many feel powerless. But it doesn't have to be that way. And here is why. Everything beautiful and meaningful is within your reach, even if you do not see it right now. And therefore, you feel that it doesn't exist or it's not yours to claim. So what is that really? It is the inherent truth of your sovereignty and your God-given birthright that the law of the universe obeys to your unlimited potential. Even though sometimes you feel that everything is against us, the universe is against us. No, the universe works for you, not against you. So whether you sleep, sit, stand, or walk, whatever you do, you are constantly and consistently in the presence of the divine, because it resides within you. And it is an absolute realization. Yet, we so often and regularly forget. Maybe we should set reminders hourly, 3 times a day. Let something remind you that you are in the presence of the divine, and that your very being, yes, this body temple, you, all of you, is very much aligned with that divinity. But you have free will. If you don't see that, if you don't strive for that, if you don't promote it, want to discover it, and guard it, and bring it up just like you bring up a babe or a seed that grows from a plant, from a seed into a plant, maybe into a tree. You have to pay attention, and your intention needs to be open for this, right? Because it is an intrinsic part of us. It gave us our life, the breath, the purpose, a reason for being here in this lifetime. So don't you think it makes sense to check in with that outer, or with that inner reality, and align our outer life with it? Even though it is unseen, and yet it is the most potent power within you and in all of the universe. But sometimes it's easier to stay asleep, unconscious, totally oblivious to your true being and why you are here. You must remember the presence of the divine in your life and your own divinity. Otherwise, you cannot experience it. You cannot align your life with that awesome power. And I understand it totally. It took me a long time, and I'm still in and out sometimes. I'm not 100% tuned in at all times. And most of us are drifters. Too many amazing and talented people drift aimlessly, reaching here and reaching there, and are always in a reactive state. Not creative, but reacting to life rather than being proactive and creative. We don't want to drift, and yet most of us do. While when we understand that we are drifting, we want to stop it, and we want to do everything to stop drifting. And yet it is so programmed, almost programmed into us, that we still do it, even when we are more awake and more evolved and have worked for years or decades on that inner self. The divine principle, the creative spirit, the God most high in the universe, however you want to name it, that which cannot be really understood, cannot be fathomed, and yet is the origin of all that exists, the alpha and the omega of everything there is, the omnipower, wisdom, presence, love, omnibenevolence. That undeniable presence really never leaves you. And it is your source to realize your intrinsic relationship with it, so that you can become more of who you truly are. Maybe this is all really, really heavy, and yet I believe it is so important for us to remember it and to understand it, especially in this very challenging time where there is so much chaos, and you may lose yourself in getting discouraged or getting negative and believing that the whole world is crazy and out of place. But you see, nothing happens. There is nothing that happens, and there is not a purpose or reason for it. We are in a time of tremendous shift and change. And still, we live in this world where everything is shifting and changing, and we have to stay true and hold true to ourselves. You can have chaos around you, and you can still have peace and harmony within you when you find that alignment with the divine. That, my beloveds, is your assignment to discover and rediscover every day. How do we discover this? By choosing to explore this essence, your true essence, your original self. It's also called self-realization. It is also called the journey within. Your soul has taken this body that you live in now. You are not your body. Maybe you are not even your soul, but the divine spark from its essence sent out into the world to discover and experience its nature, and that is you. That essence, that frequency, that beautiful creation that is eternal, that has been created by the divine. It's not a religion. It is the original creation of the divine with the thought of you being his, her, its co-creating agent. So that incredible power can experience itself through you. I know it's profound. And I don't want to add too much to it today. Next week, I will continue, but I want to give you the time. And if you're not live, I have a couple of people live with me today. If you are not live with me and only get the recording, then this is the recording that will then lead to the next recording that we are going to do. Or maybe you can be live with me next Saturday. So every Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern or 12 Pacific time, 12 noon Pacific time, we are speaking about profound things to bring your awareness to a deeper level about your incredible being, this body. I give you tips sometimes. Today was heavy. It was not heavy, it was profound, it was important. Sometimes I speak about health issues and how to keep that body flexible and young and dynamic. And that is on a lighter frequency. What I spoke today of is profound, but it is at the highest frequency because it is the realization of your total oneness with your creator. It can never be destroyed. You are this energy beyond your body that is indestructible, will live in forever. So whenever you feel you don't deserve, or you are not good enough, or you cannot do it, remember who you are. Remember your unapologetic, divine, magnificent self. Yes, that's who you really are. Make it an amazing week until we meet again next week. Yes, yes.